Today we're going to be talking about asbestos. Asbestos is not a man-made fiber, it's a natural fiber that is found in rock and soil. It was used as an insulator because it's fireproof, unaffected by chemicals, and it doesn't conduct electricity. It did a great job for thousands of years, but it came with high health risks. Asbestos is typically found around heating ducts and pipes in homes, but can also be found in vinyl floor tiles, roofing and siding shingles, textured paint, patching compounds on walls and ceilings, millboard, hot water and steam pipes coated with asbestos materials, attic and wall insulation that contains vermiculite. People are exposed when asbestos particles and fibers are released into the air. This happens when asbestos-containing materials are disturbed, typically during demolition, building, or home maintenance. When it can be crushed by hand, or the surface is not sealed to prevent small pieces from escaping, the material is considered friable. If you try to remove or repair asbestos without being trained, you will definitely release fibers into the air, basically contaminating your entire home through the heating and cooling system. Three major health effects associated with asbestos exposure are lung cancer, mesothelioma, and asbestosis. Generally, you can't tell whether a material contains asbestos simply by looking at it. Right here we have suspect asbestos material, but the only way you're going to know if it's asbestos is it has to be tested by an accredited lab. You may want to have your home inspected for asbestos-containing materials if you are planning to buy a home, you are planning to remodel your home, you find crumbling drywall, or any damaged building materials. When you do have a home inspected, make sure that it's by a trained and accredited asbestos professional that takes samples for analysis. In fact, if done incorrectly, sampling can be more hazardous than leaving the material alone. Taking samples yourself is not recommended. If building materials in your home aren't damaged and won't be disturbed, you don't need to have your home tested for asbestos. Material that is in good condition and will not be disturbed by remodeling, for example, should be left alone. Look for signs of wear or damage, such as tears, abrasions, or water damage. This particularly occurs in areas that are frequently hit, rubbed, handled, or exposed to extreme vibration or airflow. Repair usually involves either sealing or covering asbestos material. With any type of repair, the asbestos remains in place. For slightly damaged asbestos-containing material, sometimes the best way to deal with it is to limit access to that particular area. If you hire a professional asbestos inspector, make sure the inspection will include a complete visual examination and any samples are carefully collected for laboratory analysis. If asbestos is present, the inspector should provide a written evaluation describing its location and the extent of any damage. A professional will also give recommendations for the correction and prevention and schedule a follow-up after the correction to assure that the area has been properly cleaned. Do leave undamaged asbestos-containing materials alone. Do keep activities to a minimum in any areas having damaged material that may contain asbestos. Do take every precaution to avoid damaging asbestos-containing material. Do have removal and major repair done by people trained and qualified in handling asbestos. Don't dust, sweep, or vacuum debris that may contain asbestos. Don't saw, sand, scrape, or drill holes in asbestos-containing materials. Don't use a power stripper on flooring that may contain asbestos. Don't track materials through your home that may contain asbestos. If you cannot avoid walking through the area, have it cleaned with a wet mop. If a large area must be cleaned, call an asbestos professional. Don't sand or try to level asbestos flooring or its backing. When asbestos flooring needs to be replaced, install a new floor over it if possible. Thanks for tuning in, and keep an eye out for our next Healthy Home video.